everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel IndiaGATE. This is Nandani Sharma, and in this session of the C programming language, we talk about very important and most important points with related gate. So before starting of this session, if you want new gate tips, tricks and important point, so please subscribe my channel and click on bell icon for all notification of my latest video. So let's start. So our first point is based on the ASCII code. So we know that the ASCII code is the standard code for the information interchanging, like your some special symbols, alphabets is converted into the some digital codes and integer codes, like your uppercase alphabet is represented as 65 to 90 integers, and lowercase alphabet is represented as 97 to 122 in digits. Now come to the next important point is your static variable related. So static variable can't be initialized to auto variable since it can only be initialized to the constant. So this is really important point with related static variable. And next point is we can only declare member inside the structure. Initialization of the member with declaration is not allowed in the structure declaration. So this is really important points. Now come to the next points, like if x equal to 2, the condition has no body, that we say that here infinity number of loops are defined. And next point is we can't perform arithmetic operation without converting the string into the integer type, because we know that arithmetic operation is applied on the integers. So basis of the integer we can perform arithmetic operation without converting string to integer type. Now null pointer value is always 0. Yes, of course, because null pointer is defined your nullable values, which is your 0 value. And here for 1 semicolon 2 semicolon 3, if the condition in the for loop is non-zero, then it is your infinity loop. And compiler treated / asterisk as comment. So to avoid the make space between the / and asterisk. And come to the next points, like register variable does not have any memory address. Basically we know that the register is the smallest unit of the your storage, so it doesn't have any memory address. Now come to the next points, handling if statement allow not in C language, means your handling if statement is not allowed in C. And associative of the comma operator is from left to right but equal to operator, or assignment operator has higher precedence than comma operator. So this is the notable point, that the assignment operator means equal to operator has greater precedence than comma operator. Now what is the difference between the structure and class, means structure versus class? So first point with related structure is a value of data type that can be hold related data that belong to the various data types. But in class, a blueprint that define data and method to the create a object. And the next point is can't inherit other classes, but in the class we can inherit other classes or structure. And third point is an instance is a structure variable, and an instance in the class is a object. And the next point is the keyword is defined is structure, and in the class the keyword to define is class. So here in the structure the struct keyword is used, and in the class we can use the class keyword. And the next point is if there are no access specifier declared, then the member or the properties are public. But in the class, if there are no access specified declared, then the member are private. Now another next points and important points are associativity of the comparison operator is from left to right, and increment decrement operator can't be used for expression. This is a very most important point. And handling if statement can't is not allowed in C. Float variable cannot be used for mod operation. Means mod operation means your just like the modulus operator. Now come to the next important points. In C, static variable can only initialized using the constant literals. And another point is multiple storage class can't be used for a variable. Means we cannot be use multiple classes for a variable. And next important point is type def, means it is a storage class. You can use to give a type a new name. Precedence of the comparison operator, that is your this, and is the higher than assignment operator. Now next important points are comment inside the double quotes will be get printed, and memory leakage. P is allotted some memory which is not freed, but pointer is assigned as null. So memory leakage is the main important point which is always asking in the GATE and other examinations like your ISRO, DRDO, and NALET, Scientist B, Scientist A, and so on. Now here we discuss some escape sequence in C. So escape sequence like your /A/B/N/T and so on. So come to the what is the meaning of that escape sequence. So first is /A, that means alarm or beep, and /B means your back escape, and /T is your formed feed, and /N is your new line. It is also used for /T is like the terms terminators and term spacing, and /R is represent your carries return, and /V is represent your tab or horizontal tab, and double forward slash is your backslash, and slash single quotes is your single quotes, and double quotes for this double quotes. There are a lot of escape sequence here, but I discuss only this sequence. Now here we discuss about the data types and memory sizes with respect to that data types, and also range varies from positive to negative and negative to positive ranges. So first data type is your character. This is represented like char, and the size of the memories for char is your 1 byte. 1 byte is equal to 8 bit. So you have to understand this all type of the things. And the range of the character is -128 to positive 127, and it is also two types, means signed or unsigned characters. Here signed character we can use positive plus negative integer range, but in the unsigned character we can only use the positive integer range. Now come to the next data type, that is your sort, and sort is 2 byte, and range for this sort data type is -232,768 to 32,768, and it is also two types, signed and unsigned. So here no changes in the memory size, but changes in the signed value like your positive and negative. In the unsigned we can use only positive ranges, and in unsigned we can use positive and negative both type of the ranges. Now come to the next data type, that is your integer type data. So here integer type data we use int keyword, and it is also 2 byte allocated memory size, and it is also range from your sort, means 32,768 to 32,767. Now it is also two types, signed and unsigned. So here signed we can use positive and negative both type of the integer ranges, but in the unsigned we can use only the positive integer range. It is another type like your sort integer and unsigned sort integer, unsigned sort integer. So it is have the memory size is same, means your 2 byte, and ranges is also same in the sort integer, but unsigned sort integer it carry only positive integer, that is your 0 to 65535. Now come to the long integer. So long integer type is a 4 byte allocated memory size, and the range is very broad as compared to your integer, character and sort. It is also defined two types like your signed and unsigned. In the signed we can use only the positive and negative integer range, but in unsigned we can use only the positive integer range. And another data types like your float, it have 4 byte, and another is double, it have 8 byte memory size, and last is your long double that have 10 byte memory size. And as compared to the memory size, the range is also going to be broad basis of the memory size. Now come to the next important points are array. Basis of the array, here expression is given like array equal to pointer array equal to array 0. So array, when we defined only array, means it is also equal to pointer array, which is also equal to array 0, means indexing of the array is 0 element, and here starting array of the address. And in next important point is do while loop checks condition after each iterations. And next important point, pointer p carries the value of variable whose address is hold, means here the pointer p is defined for the address holding of the variable. And here when we using of %, and asterisk, so there when we using two %s and asterisk, so this % and this asterisk cancel each other and display the address stored in the pointer variable. According to the Fodor's rule, multiplication is given higher priority. So when we using and solving the precedence operator associativity, so here the associativity and priority of the multiplication is very high. And now come to the next important points are terminator statement has, and the expression statement is a variable here. So this is a null statement, and due to of this there is no side effect basis of the terminator statement. And next important points are post decrement operator follow the use then change rules. Means firstly we use that values of the post increment, then we change that values of the given operator. And in the pre-increment we can use firstly change then use. It is opposite of the post decrement or increment operator. Now next point is storage class of a array which is initialize the element of the array at the time of the declaration is static. Default initial value of the static integer is 0. Means if any integer and is not given here initial value, then we defaultly assign the value of static integer like 0. And pointer variable p asterisk ptr can't be initialized. We know that the pointer variable is never be initialized. It is going to giving the pointer the percent values. Now after the continue statement, control transfer to the statement file. This session is end here. I hope you understand all the important points which is created by me and which is very helpful for your GATE exam and other exam for the competitive with related C programming language. Now thank you for watching.